We bought this boat before kids, before we really knew what we were doing. A 38-foot sailboat, a big dream, and absolutely no idea how much life could change. We lived at the dock for 3 years, upgrading systems, fixing what broke, learning what really matters at sea. And somewhere between endless to-do lists, we had our first baby. When the boat was finally ready, we untied the lines and headed north for 3 months.
We're off. High five, Jack.
It was freedom and chaos and everything in between.
Today it'll be a full 4 days without getting off the boat. Because we're at Pancake Creek. Yeah, see, and Jack really wants to get off the boat, but it's pissing down. And it's blowing 20 plus knots.
Last night at midnight, our, which is a bit dodgy, our tiller for our autopilot decided that it didn't want to work anymore.
And then we planned for baby number 2.
Jack's going to be a big brother, which is pretty exciting. Leanne's only probably 6 or 7 weeks in, and she's feeling a bit sort of nauseous at the moment, which is not very nice, especially for these big days sailing.
The trip south wasn't easy. The southerlies were wrong. I had morning sickness. We had a toddler, and suddenly this dream felt very real. We were at a crossroads.
One thing we do have is a predicament. Leanne's pregnant. We're expecting our second, which is cool and exciting. Jack's going to be a big brother. Basically, we don't know what to do. We're at a crossroads. The boat we feel is too small. We're just talking, we've been backwards and forwards. We sell the boat, we keep the boat, we sell the boat, we keep the boat.
The boat suddenly felt too small and life felt very big. So we moved into a house to prepare for our next arrival and started getting the boat ready to sell.
So I'm going to fill those with some epoxy, do a quick wipe, take the mirror down, and then we're going to, once that's dry, I'm actually going to do these stick-on tiles, which are exactly the same as the last ones. I don't know if I like them, Leanne does, so of course they're going up.
But the more beautiful she became, the harder it was to let go. We'd poured years of time, money, and love into this floating home.
Is the other side of the galley. This is like the
So we asked ourselves one question. Could we make this work as a family of 4?
Oh, that's right, and we put the outboard on the dinghy too. When we stop at the island, because we're gonna go.
The weather's looking good. We might put the boat in at Christmas time, but how was that, Jack? Was that a good docking experience?
Woohoo!
A new engine, a washing machine, a water maker, more storage, and a bedroom for 2 kids. That was our answer.
Well, there she is. She's on the hard. I think it looks alright actually. Didn't find anything too out of the ordinary. I was expecting this though, because we could feel it and I could hear it when we were steering, but so gotta fix that. Prop looks pretty good after prop speed. There was a few little barnacles, but not too bad. So here we are. We're on board. Alright, it's pretty exciting, but we're on the hard stand. Came out of the water last Thursday, today's Wednesday, so it's been a week just flat out at work at the moment. It's just busy, everyone's heading north, sailing, so motoring, cruising, whatever you want to call it. So I just haven't even had a chance to even be here, but I've got an hour or so this evening, and I suppose we probably need to make a start. And probably the best way to move forward is I probably need to do a list, because my mind is just going crazy with ideas of what we can do while we're out of the water. It's going to be about 6-month period roughly, maybe more, no less. But really, my job whilst we're here on the hard stand is to make it livable for 4 of us now. We've had Ella. She's 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks old tomorrow. So it's going so fast already, but now we're a family of 4, so I need to make this livable for 4 of us comfortably to go cruising, and we want to go cruising full time. We still haven't figured out how to pay for that, but that's what we want to do. So we'll keep moving forward, and I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Hello. We signed a 12-month lease, thinking that would be enough. Life got busy, a baby, a toddler, and before we knew it, we were signing another.
Hey, good girl.
Kieran was constantly back and forth.
It's twisted because
Work, family, then down to the boat. There was a lot of late nights, weekends, trying to pull it all together. It felt like we were in between lives.
This time we've chosen to go with a pocket sprung mattress, and we just hacked into it. Obviously you don't feel the gap.
You happy?
Yeah, I am actually. We'll see how it goes. It was a mission though. There was a few moments there where I felt like throwing everything out the window. So a couple of days ago you seen me cut a hole in the big massive hole in our cockpit. Well, here I am endeavouring to put it all back together and make it watertight as a hatch. Here's the lid, here's the bit that's been chopped out, the seat. I'm using that as a bit of a template, and what I'm doing over here is creating a male mould out of some pine, just some cheap wood. Alright, so creating gutters around. So this is upside down currently. This might not work. It's complete. Give it a go, see what happens. I'm not a boat builder, I'm an electrician. Anyway, gonna keep going.
Hello. Hello. The kids had space, routine, a version of normal.
It's all you, buddy. It's all you.
But the boat was always there waiting. And financially, things were getting hectic. We were trying to refit a boat, pay for a rental, and keep the boat on the hard stand. All on one wage.
So that's the wall that I installed. That's through to the engine room. And it's now a big storage area with.
And our lease was once again coming to an end.
And it'll have some shelves and stuff in there soon.
What do you want to do, Jack?
I want to start a motor.
You gonna start the motor?
I want to start a motor. Look.
We've been on the hard stand just over a year. We're all a year older, and We're about to start the engine for the first time. It's a little bit jerry-rigged, but I've got my dad here from New Zealand. We'll come in here and we'll say hi. Now, he helped me pull it out a year ago. So I thought it was only fitting that he was here to help start up the new one.
No, it's my actual home.
That was your actual home. Do you miss living on the boat?
Where?
Do you want to live back on the boat one day? Sometime soon. So, right, ready for the unveiling?
Whoa, look at that.
Da, 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 da. So, we're getting there. It's a Vitas 52 horsepower. M456. We've got all new filters. There'll be a transfer pump for different tanks and polishing system and everything. So the tanks had a refurb, got pickups, and there's been a lot of work. But anyway, all new installation, new lighting.
Cheers.
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 Congratulations. Well done.
Well done, alright.
It's not back in the water yet, but
Listen. Look at me. Mama.
Mama?
unfortunately,
Who's
I've got
that?
nothing that's going to work.
Dada.
Ella.
So
That's
we're just
Ella.
going to have to do it by hand.
Dada.
That's you.
I do get pretty good at it. You just
Because Granddad's blind.
Right, too. Keep those for now. For now, I quite like my coffee and those ones. Drinking glasses. Trying to downsize onto a boat is a lot harder than upsizing to a house.
To do it all again, babe. We did this 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it was just the two of us, and we lived in we'd already been living in the back of a four-wheel drive for 6 or 7 months. So that was easy. That was a lot easier from the last time because it was just the two of us. Now we've got 2 kids in tow, and we've actually accumulated a lot of stuff in the last 2 years.
And the boat still wasn't ready.
I'm gonna miss my coffee machine.
So instead of re-signing another lease, I took the kids to Ireland for 9 weeks, while Kieran stayed back and did the finishing touches.
Right, so it's week 5 of me working 7 days a week to get the boat back in the water. The kids and Leanne and the kids are in Ireland. They were there for 9 weeks. We're just over halfway, so I've got about 4 weeks left until they get back. But I'll take you for a quick walk around, show you the chaos and basically where we're at. It's pretty exciting. So, when I said chaos, I wasn't lying. I've been slowly putting it all together. Fiddle rail on this, washing machine's in. We'll start at the back, shall we, I reckon? So this is going to be probably Jack's room, or the kids' room. We'll see how that goes. I've put shelves. That used to be the gas locker, but because the gas is outside, shelves and storage. I'm cutting a new panel in there. More shelves and storage. And I've been rebuilding basically the steering system and everything else. So I relocated the pulleys because I used to go around through the cockpit locker, through the wall there, onto a pulley over here, down to here and back. So instead of that, I've actually got them coming straight through from the engine room around this pulley, which is on an angle now to line up with the angle from the pulleys in the engine room. Back through. Nice new strong tiller arm for the autopilot because we snapped the last one. Down here's the hidden down here, not so hidden, but there's the water maker pump and motor. There is another little pump, and that's the pump for the feed pump to the water maker. And also, if you flick the valves around, it's going to be the circulation pump for the aircon. And then we have the autopilot drive and rudder feedback unit. And I've repacked the gland, painted it all, hoses in and out. It's not bad, really. And if we come around here, new shelves in this cupboard.
more storage, which is good for the kids because this used to be just one open thing. Water maker membranes up the top, snuck in there. Hopefully they don't leak because they're a pain to get out. Washing machine, which is pretty awesome. And then in here is the engine room. Just a real quick tour of the engine room. We've got the water pressure pump hidden back here, which is fresh water. Charcoal filter. Pre-filters for the membranes. Diesel filters. Raycor style diesel filters that are all controlled by these valves. Now, this is all a fuel transfer manifold. I've got nice labels made to actually stick on those, but basically it's a polishing system. I've got a pump to be mounted up in this little square space here. So if I wanted to, I can take out of this tank through the filters and then back into another tank or back into the same tank. And I've got a little pressure gauge there to show me when the filters are getting full or clogged up. I'm currently getting a dry exhaust riser made from here, which I should have in the next few days. That'll put the mixing elbow straight up there and then dump straight down into the water lock. And yeah, so there's basically the new engine. Alternator regulators. Battery, sea strainer, cockpit drains. Oh, there's the steering cables. And that wall there, where all the filters and everything is, well, this one here, that never used to be there. And that's where you used to get through into, there was an area through there, which I've blocked off and made into a cockpit locker. Here it is there, so I've chopped a hole. I'm in the middle of painting it at the moment. So that's the wall that I installed. That's it through to the engine room. And it's now a big storage area with the hot water system, 100 litre diesel tank, and it'll have some showers and stuff in there soon. Currently got the ceiling lining completely down because it used to be like the white backed MDF, which as soon as it gets wet, we all know that MDF doesn't like being wet, so it would swell. So I'm in the process of cutting and making new ceiling linings out of ply, so it's going to be a lot more robust. Anyway, if we come down here, the new hatch, and that's going in the bathroom, which I'm currently also painting. There's the new hatch. I chopped a hole in there. There was a Durard vent there, but it just didn't do a lot. And there was no real ventilation in here, so the hatch is going to be facing backwards as more of a vacuum, hopefully. Down here, this is a bit of an example of what I've been doing. It used to be all laminate on the walls and laminate on the floor and ending at a 90 degree. Pretty much like this, and there was gaps all through it, so you never knew if it was watertight or not. And it probably wasn't, because I had to replace some rot. Rotted a bit of a bulkhead through here, so I've replaced and chopped out rot there. And then what I've done is I've put an epoxy cove in all the corners, everywhere. So now it is completely sealed, watertight. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But anyway, that's where we're at, and I've got 4 weeks to go. Probably another 4 weeks of work in 7 days to make it all happen before everyone gets back. And I haven't got a berth yet, which is the hard part. Apparently there's like 40 people on the wait list for berths here. So I'm trying to get a berth because we've got nowhere to live at the moment. I'm staying with friends. And when the kids and Leanne get back, we need a place to live. So the boat needs to be in the water and finished to a certain extent. At least finished inside so it's livable.
Here we go, it's official. Untying from the dock. Hey!
Okay, buddy, reverse.
Okay.
That's it.
Kieran quit his job, we untied the lines, and now we're doing it. Living, travelling and raising 2 kids
Okay, buddy, neutral.
on a 38-foot boat.
That's it.
This is our story. Welcome aboard.
What does that feel like?
Very surreal.